This is a Barber quarter given to me by my friend from 1900. My friend who gave it to me, great guy. We're men of a similar age, similar professional background. He's hilarious. We get along great. Most importantly, I respect him. And I think the older you get, the more the value of respect goes up in your mind. And then the amount of people that you realize that applies to goes down. Well, we get along great and I respect him. And at this stage of my life, that puts him on a very short list of people. At this stage in my life, that's about the highest compliment I can give someone. Let's talk about the coin. It's called a Barber quarter. It's named after Charles Barber, chief engraver of the United States Mint, and these were made from 1892 to 1916. Correct me if I'm wrong. So back in 1891, the director of the U.S. Mint, let me back up and say, you have the director of the U.S. Mint, who is the presidential appointee and in charge of business, and then you have the engraver, the chief engraver. He's like the artist. Barber was the engraver, Leach was the director. Director Leach decided we needed some new silver dollars, quarters, dimes, and he commissioned a contest. He sent invitations to various sculptors and engravers throughout the world, and he opened it up to the public for their own submissions. Well, all the artists of the world and abroad, and they declined because back then, I guess artists had some sort of code where they just didn't want to perform for a cash prize. And then in Mr. Leach's estimation, all the submissions from the public were trash. It's like if you were to hold a contest for a quarter today and poll the internet, well, that's how you end up with Coiny McCoinface. And apparently that's what he got and he didn't like it. So he kind of went back on his word and he told his master engraver, Barber, you come up with a design. People didn't like that he did that, but this is what Charles came up with. Around the rim, there are 13 stars, 13 colonies. And on the back, the logo of the Ramones. Just kidding. This is a logo based on the presidential seal by Barber. And you will note at the top, there are 13 stars for 13 original colonies. I thought this head looked a lot like David. But this is the head of Liberty, Lady Liberty. And the fact that she is not that unattractive of a woman, let's be honest, that was controversial even back then. This coin was highly criticized. There was backlash. People were like, why is Lady Liberty depicted as an unattractive woman? But there are some upsides to Mr. Barber's art style. This is a 125-year-old coin, and his blocky and high relief style has stood up to the test of time. You can see the relief. This coin was circulated at least until the 50s. It could have been pocket change in my father's pocket. Has never been encapsulated, as far as I know, and still has this detail and definition that you can see. So Mr. Barber had something up his sleeve. And these were the days when quarters were 90% silver, as this is, compared to today's quarters. 90% silver meant the money, the change in your pocket had intrinsic value. It was worth what it said it was worth. This is not intrinsically worth what it says it's worth. This is a token. This is a token meant to represent 25 cents worth of value. This had the value of what it said it was. And of course, worth more now. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little video about a Barber quarter. And I certainly enjoyed making it. Thank you to my friend. You know who you are. And cheerio.